I'm excited
Hi.
because I actually came prepared today. We did everything. Greg woke up motivated this morning at 7:30, and he's like, I want to go to the store. I want to get it done early. I need you to send a list, and I need you to send everything to me. I'll do it while you're on your call. I'm like, that's fine.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Go do the food shopping.
Hey, well, Mike, it's funny because Mike did the same thing. They're very much alike. They should hang out. Mike did the same thing. He texted me, I think it was like Thursday, and he's like, I want to get a head start. What do you think about this? And he already started to, we're pretty much, I think we know what we're having, almost. But let's start with you, Carrie Danielle, since you already know.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry of what you wanted to do this time versus other calls. Remember we talked, but I don't know if you had said in a message earlier in the week.
Well, I just wanted to say that we do focus a lot on the meal planning kind of stuff. And I wanted to say in the group, if anyone wanted to come on and talk about other stuff like struggles that they're having or where they are with what they're doing, that not that we just talk about meal planning, that they could come on and we can set some time aside to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We are there for that kind of support stuff too. So I think that it is really good to always talk. Like me personally, have been sick all week, haven't been working out. I did my workouts in the beginning of the week and then I got super sick and I had a crazy week at work. I luckily, though, had all of my food prepped from Sunday, so my nutrition was still on point, but I just wasn't doing the workouts. So that's something that I want to be able to, like, make sure that I'm scheduling that time in my day. And I know that's an issue for other people.
I'm struggling with this 2 workouts. I just don't even know where to. I don't want to just keep doing it. Like, I just don't want to. I think I'm going to have to either abandon T20, and I don't want to do that because I'm like, so I have only 2 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if I think about having to double up for another 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, and I don't want it to be like that, like where I dread it.
Yeah, I give you credit. I wouldn't attempt to. But you think about it, like I'm doing 20 minutes of this and 20 minutes of T20, and I'm doing a half an hour of 21 Day Fix. That's almost like what you used to do for 80-day obsession.
Right. That's what I was thinking about.
The workouts were made to go together in one consecutive hour for 80-day obsession. Like it was specific to one part of your body. Now you're probably stressing out doing cardio, or your body is pushing itself to the limit for cardio, and then you're trying to do other weight lifts. It's just not.
I know.
So I really do want to make sure that I have a set plan for the week.
Okay.
So I am very boring with my food. Everyone asks me all the time, how do you eat the same food all the time? Don't you get sick of it? It doesn't bother me. I'm fine with prepping my food for the entire week and having one meal that I eat for every single. So I was just looking at the Fixate cookbook. I pulled up the old Fixate cookbook. I do have the new one.
Oh, good.
Which I have to pull out the new one, but I haven't started looking at it. But when I just opened it, it says something about a chocolate hazelnut Shakeology. That really entices me. I want to look into that one.
Oh my God, where's that? In the Fixate, the second one?
No, in the first one.
The first one?
Yeah, and I've never made it.
Oh God,
are you actually putting hazelnuts, like chopped nuts in there?
That's what it says.
Because there is no hazelnut like extract.
It says raw whole hazelnuts. It says unsweetened almond milk, ice, chocolate Shakeology, raw whole hazelnuts, which I'd have to get. I don't have, but that's
I have a bag for you, Carrie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pure vanilla extract, maple syrup, and a pinch of sea salt.
Yum, but I would add a half a frozen banana.
Hello. It sounds like.
And I would do the.
I would add a banana too.
I would do the banana, and I've been having to do the spinach because I'm eating in D, which I'm struggling with. I'm like, if I can make C, it's good. D is tough. There are girls eating in E.
Yeah, it's a lot of food, but
it's a lot of food. So I have to stick them. What I do now, Susan, I've been doing bags, like the bigger bags, with a cup of spinach, like fresh.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that's great.
It's good because it gets me a veggie, and I need 6 in a day.
Wow.
So that's a lot. It's tough.
So
like I double up everything. So like, all right, I do that. And then I don't think I was having another veggie in breakfast. And then I would double up at lunch and double up. And I was still only hitting 5. Like very hard for me to get to the 6.
Well, even if you put it like vegetables in the frittata, it's not like a full serving. So
yeah. And they shrink. I feel like with spinach especially, like you have this big thing and then you cook it and it's like this much.
Right. So you need your eggs over your arugula.
That's a good idea. The only thing is you have to make that fresh each day. I like something I could just heat up.
Right, right.
So we're going to do a frittata this week.
Yes, I'm gonna do one too. What are you
Oh,
putting?
good.
I'm gonna do broccoli and feta cheese in mine.
Ooh, I love broccoli.
That
I
way
don't know
it's
what he's
nice.
doing.
quiche. Quiche has broccoli in it, or quiche has spinach normally. Broccoli, right?
Quiche. Oh, quiche can have anything. Um, quiche Lorraine is like bacon and Swiss cheese. That's like my favorite one. It's not healthy at all. It's like heavy cream.
Well, what if you use the yucky turkey bacon?
We actually, so we're trying a new chili recipe this week. It's the one I looked up randomly, but Mike said he thought it looked pretty good, and it's got turkey bacon in it. Turkey, it has turkey meat also, but it's got turkey chopped meat and turkey bacon. I'm thinking with the frittata, maybe we'll do like just a half a sweet potato with it, or like I don't know. Maybe I'll get creative and do the sweet potato home fries, but I don't know if I'll have time. If I don't, I could I just bake the potatoes and cut them in half and eat half. I put peanut butter on top or almond butter on top of the sweet potato, and it's delicious. It makes it like dessert.
I was shocked the first time that I tried it, how amazing it was.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's like dessert.
I'm not a big peanut butter fan, but that I was like,
ooh. Yeah. But I like that hazelnut one, so I have to look that. It's in the original Fix-It, you said.
yeah. I could take a screenshot of it and post it underneath the call.
Oh yeah, that'd be good because some people don't have the book. Hazelnut Shakeology. I think I might try that.
I went on Beachbody On Demand at work and I printed it at work, so I have a 200-page just loose book here. It's not
my God! Oh, you don't have the original Fix-It book?
No, I don't have the physical book. I just printed it.
Oh, all right. So, but you have the whole book now.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I have another copy. We're gonna have a flex for the Fix-It again, but not soon. Like maybe in a month or so.
Let's see. For my lunches, then I'm going back and I'm sorry. For breakfast, I'm doing frittata, broccoli, and feta. For lunches, I'm going to be boring, and I'm going to go back to my chicken, sausage, peppers, onions, and quinoa. I know that it's from the bottom of the red list, but I just love it. I love it, and it's so quick and so easy. And we have a lot going on this weekend, so we do have to kind of prep quickly.
And quinoa is at the top, so you're kind of evening out.
Yeah. Makes me feel better. For snacks, obsessed. I'm doing it again. I planned the entire day so I can do my grapes with the blue cheese and the walnuts. I'm doing half of the serving of the blue cheese, so that way I can also have the feta cheese in my frittata. So even though it's a little blue, to me the blue is big. When you put that amount of cheese in something, I don't need that much of a serving for each portion. So like I said, I'm going to do half of the serving of a blue every day for the blue cheese in the grape salad, and then half of the serving of feta. So that way I could space out my cheese during the day. And then for dinner, I'm going to try it because Georgiana always raves about grandma's tomato sauce in the Fix-It. I'm going to do that with turkey meatballs over rice pasta.
Which meatballs are you making?
I don't know.
Recipe?
Is there one Fix-It?
My meatballs are the best.
Yeah?
But I don't have a written recipe. I just do it by eye. But I could you could do it by eye too. Like I could just tell you what my eye is. like what I look for, like I just sprinkle on top, and like when it looks like it's pretty good covered evenly, then I know that's enough. I don't know what that is.
I don't know cooking. I have to tell a recipe. I'm going to search for some sort of 21-day fix recipe and try to figure it out.
All right. Well, now I told you this before, but I know it sounds weird. If you want, you can write this down. So how I do it is, I don't know how many meatballs you want to make, but about 1 pound is about 10 meatballs. So I do it for 5 of us. So, and all the kids love the meatballs. So I do 3 pounds at a time. So that's 30 meatballs at a time. And what I do is I put it obviously in the bowl, the meat. I do some salt on top. I don't think I do pepper. And then I season it with just Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and grated cheese. And I go heavy on the grated cheese. And I go kind of heavy on the garlic powder too. So like you know, I know this is weird, but I actually go by smell also. So like, if it smells like the right amount of garlic, then I know it's right, you know? And with the cheese, I think for 3 pounds, I do about, at least like about a cup. Like I do a lot. So if you do like a pound, I would do like a half a cup or something like that. I don't know how many meatballs you're going to make, but I do grated cheese. And I think that's it. Italian seasoning, salt, garlic powder, grated cheese.
But no egg or breadcrumbs?
And then then I do the egg. And now what I do is I mix it all up first, 1 egg, mix it all up. Then I get whole wheat bread. So I get regular whole wheat bread that you would get. I get the one from Costco. And nothing too seedy or anything like that. And I cut it into cubes. So I make cubes. Now, for the amount of bread you do, I do about 4 slices per pound. So for me, I do 12 pieces of bread, which is a lot. Like it winds up being like a mound on top of the thing.
Yeah.
For you, it depends, like I said, how many pounds you do. Then I take a cup of milk. So like a low fat milk, regular milk, not almond milk. I don't do the almond milk for this. I do regular cow milk. And I put that over the bread and I let it kind of sit for like a few minutes. Like, you know, I go do something and I come back so that it all absorbs into the bread. And then I mix it all up. I roll it into balls. And the balls are like, I get about, like I said, 10 per pound. So you can kind of go by that. They're like this big. I don't make them huge, and I don't make them tiny. And I put them on a microwave safe plate. So like a dinner sized plate. I'm telling you, girl, you're never going to go back. Trust me. Trust me. Now, I get about 10 on a plate too. So I get them on the plate, put them in the microwave. Now, the total amount of time that you're going to cook them is 10 minutes in the microwave, which sounds like a lot, but you're only cooking them on the defrost power. So for me, in my microwave, it's power level 3. I know. I've experimented with this method for so many years that I perfected it. So you're getting the perfect version of it. So I go power level 3, and what I do is if I have 10 meatballs on a plate, my total cooking time is 10 minutes, but I cook it half and half. So I do power level 3, 5 minutes if I have 10 meatballs, cook them for the 5 minutes on power 3. Then I take them out and I flip them over. Each one gets flipped over. And then I cook them back in the microwave, 5 minutes, power level 3. Just make sure it's power level 3, because if you do high or medium, you're going to ruin them. And then you take them out and they finish cooking in the sauce. You're not cooking them all the way through, all right? But what it does is it allows them to like solidify so that when you put them in the sauce, they don't fall apart, but they stay really, really moist. So what I find is when I try baking them or even pan frying them, they get so dry, especially like if I put them in the sauce afterwards. This was something my mom always did. And people think it's crazy. I know. I think it's crazy. But they're delicious. Like they're the best meatballs ever. So
microwave your meatballs?
Probably not. I don't know anybody else who does.
And Georgiana, are those turkey or beef balls?
So lately we've been cheating and getting real meat. Like we do the meatloaf mix because they just come out so much better. Right. But they do come out really good with turkey also. Like I wonder how it would be if you did half and half. Like half meatball mix, half turkey, so that you got that meaty flavor. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to use regular meat. Like I don't know. I know it's higher fat, but I don't know. It tastes so much better. But we've done turkey meat. And this recipe with the microwave and all that with turkey meat comes out great.
And how does your microwave survive that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's only power level 3. So, and you're doing 10 at a time. So you're really doing it like 3 times for me. So try it. Mm-hmm. See if you like it. You're not going to do it?
Georgiana, I think that's very interesting when you said about the bread. That's like the old-fashioned way, like grandmas used to do that when they made the meat, meatloaf and so forth. So yes. I'm going to try that because what I've been doing is mixing half Italian breadcrumbs and then half of the wheat, because the wheat, I don't know, it has like a little different flavor.
It
So I'm
does.
weaning myself in the right direction. But I
Yes.
am going to try the bread. That's good.
Yeah. You know what? I tried different breads. I've tried white bread is the best, but it's so much worse for you. So I use the wheat, and I've tried
Right.
different types of wheat bread.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, the one I use, I get the one from Costco. It's just their regular whole wheat bread.
Regular plain cheap wheat bread. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
all you need.
I like it because it does give the meatballs a little sweetness. I don't know how to
Oh.
explain it.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like it. I guess I've gotten used to it too. But I like my meatballs very bready and very cheesy and garlicky. Like I cheese, garlic, and bread. So that's why I put a lot of grated cheese, a lot of garlic, and a lot of bread.
Well, that's why the turkey zucchini balls are so good, because you put so much cheese in them. What happened to Carrie? She disappeared on us.
She disappeared. She was going to tell us something. I hope she tries it because I think she'll be pleasantly surprised.
Right.
And it's
right.
like you would never think a microwave. Like people look at me like
I
I'm
know.
crazy, especially like people who are like yourself, like really good cooks and stuff. They're like, oh my God, I would never do that.
Well, I put them in the oven, and they're fine that way. And then when you put them in the sauce, they're right, because I like them to be like brown on the outside.
See, now that's the thing I miss. And I will be honest with you. Like I love a good crispy meatball. Like I like it crispy and then like moist on the inside. My problem is I never found a way to make them that way. Like every time I try to make
I have
them
to
crispy,
shake them a lot. Like every 10 minutes I shake them, otherwise they turn like flat or they get stuck on the bottom. But
my problem is they dry out in the middle. See, with the microwave, they stay very, very moist. Like you could like butter. No?
Right. Yeah.
So I miss the crispy, but I like the moistness.
Right. But then another reason why I do that, I have to tell you, there's always like a method to my madness, because then I take the brownings from the pan
And put
and
it
I
in.
make the beef broth from that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So Carrie Danielle, you were going to say something before and then you ran away. Bathroom? I'm just kidding.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
You were all
You were
excited.
talking about your meatballs and sauce.
I don't remember.
The sauce is the best in the world. The best sauce. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I'm going to make this one for sure.
We're doing chicken cacciatore, Instapot chicken cacciatore this week. And we still have left over, and we're doing that over spaghetti squash. I love that. And then we're doing, on the other nights, we're doing, we have leftover turkey, and he made a turkey broth. So we haven't decided yet. We're either doing turkey soup, which I think I would prefer for lunches, or turkey a la king, which is one of my favorite things in the world, but like a healthy version of turkey a la king.
How are you going to make it healthy? Because, Mom, you make chicken a la king all the time, don't you?
I love anything a la king.
How do you make it healthier?
I forget. There's ways to do it. Like, is it they use almond milk instead of cream?
I used the chicken instead of the milk. I used the chicken broth, and it was fine. You know, it's a little more like chickeny flavor.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't that a true creamy white sauce. But we had it last week, and it was just really good.
There's a way to do a creamy white sauce in a healthy way. I wonder if you could use yogurt.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe Greek yogurt.
Well, what about I don't know, that arrowroot that you mentioned that your husband was putting in something as a thickener. And then also I read somewhere about using gelatin.
Yes.
Like when they make the but that's more clear. I don't think it would be as appealing. I think when they had the recipe for the beef and broccoli, like in the Chinese restaurant, it's like a clear kind of sauce.
Yep.
That's what they use the gelatin for. I bought it, so I have to figure a way to get it in there.
Yeah.
When
I did the chicken marsala, they have it in there. A lot of the restaurants, I think, do that.
Right. It's a lighter sauce.
It's lighter, but it's a thickener, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I did find the arrowroot. I don't know if I mentioned this. When I went, I think, to Big Lots, they have that little food section, and I saw it. It was like a flower in a bag called arrowroot. Or did you use? What did he use? Something fresh?
No. It was. It's like a little bag, and it looks like it looks like flour. But then when you take it out, the consistency is kind of weird. It's like those almost like, oh yay, hi.
Look at that dedication, girl.
talking about arrowroot.
Be careful driving. My mom hates when people are on the phone and videoing and they drive.
You be careful,
Um,
Ariana.
Ariana, we were just talking about a lot of the new recipes in the Fixate, and then they use either gelatin or what's called arrowroot as like a thickener, which is a healthier way to kind of make sauces and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And the arrowroot, it presses almost like, like packed snow, like when it snows and you have that pressy sound. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what arrowroot reminds me of. Like when you press it, it has that like snow kind of consistency and feel. I don't know how to explain it. I'm weird. I don't know.
I just wanted to mention that this week, surprise, surprise, I have my menu set.
You do? What are you making? That's awesome.
Yeah. So when you're talking about the cream things, I love like cream soups, but there was one recipe, I think it was Skinny Taste, it was called Dad's Cauliflower Soup. And that's how I got the idea of making all the, like, now I'm going to make this week the cream of broccoli soup. That's one thing on my lunch menu. But also, I think something that's kind of funny is, how we always used to say leftovers, and some people like, oh, leftovers. It just sounds like so yucky, like. But now we say prepping. That's the new word. So I was starting to write about my cauliflower rice last night, and I was going to say, like, I have leftover, but I changed it. So I prepped extra cauliflower rice. So I'm going to have that tonight. I'm going to make some kind of shrimp and put over that. The cauliflower rice was so good. What I did is I browned some onions in a little the coconut oil, because you don't even notice the flavor when you do peppers or onions or anything. So I did that, and then I shouldn't have, because it was carb, but I put a few of the little peas in there the last minute, the little tiny peas, just for a little flavor and diverse. So it was really like a pilaf. It was so good. So we'll have that tonight with the shrimp, and I'm gonna make a turkey chili during the week, because to me that's like a seasonal thing. Once it starts to get warm, I'm not really into it. So I'm gonna, like, this is the last hurrah, the turkey chili for now.
Actually, we're doing turkey chili too. I'm just looking at my thing and I'm like, why are we making 3 dinners? Well, one of them I could use for lunch. That's all. I'll use one of them. Like, I'll flip flop and I'll have some for lunch.
Right. And then I have lamb chops that I get from Costco. I think I was telling you about them. It comes like 6 in a package. They're so lean. Does anybody even eat the lamb chops? But
oh my God, I love lamb chops.
Yeah, they're very good. I've tried them from the supermarket. The lady where I used to work, she used to get them all over the place, thinking, oh, this is cheaper per pound. But I had to cut off a big, thick strip of fat. So the ones from Costco, literally there is nothing to trim off of them, and they're so good. And I bake them for 1 hour. All I do is put some garlic powder, left extra garlic for you, Georgiana. I put garlic powder on it and a little garlic salt, and drizzle a little EVOO, and I cook them 350 for about an hour. And it's, when you cut them apart, they're so moist and delicious. So try them, and they're not that expensive from there either. We get 6, so 3 is good for us. We push it. We have just that. So we're gonna have that one night. Okay. And then I'm going to make the turkey zucchini balls. I haven't had them in a while.
Oh,
sorry, Greg. I have no way to get them to you. And I'll have that over the zucchini squash with the marinara.
Nice.
And for breakfast, I have the frittata planned, because I made it last week, and I was so enjoying the way it stays so fresh in the refrigerator. As a matter of fact, I have 2 pieces left, which I'm going to take. Let me tell you about my breakfast. So I'm going to make the frittata this time. I'm going to try with the sweet potatoes. I'm going to put ham and peppers in there.
Nice.
So, yeah. But about the breakfast, I'm so proud of myself, because we're going to my son's house for breakfast, and he's going to have, you ready for this? Roll. He's going to have bagels with butter and sausages and bacon and cheese and all that stuff. So I'm bringing over my 2 pieces of frittata, 1 slice of cheese on the top. I'm going to bring a mason jar with my tomato juice in there, and my little cup, my container of fruit measured out. So
nice.
That's what I'm doing. I'm so proud of myself.
That's great.
Yeah.
Example for Thomas and Caitlin and the family. You set an amazing example.
Yeah.
And they look at me like I'm nuts. I told them I'm bringing my own breakfast. How insulting.
They can look at you like you're nuts until they decide that they want to make healthy choices in their life, and then they're going to come to you.
I hope, like, I know Carrie Danielle's been talking about it since I've known her, and I just feel like Ultimate Portion Fix, like, that family's got to get on board. Like, because that's, like, so great. They have the family plans, like, for kids.
Well, You know what it is? We know what they need, but they're not doing it. So
Right.
our hands are tied. We just try, Carrie and I, to influence them as much as we can.
Yes.
Try to
Yep.
get these healthy foods in there that they don't realize.
Yes.
That's what we do.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do until they're like, all right, I'm sick of this. I want to change.
I know.
You know,
And the first thing, literally the first thing they do when they walk in the door, they go like smarty pants. They go, all right, Grandma, so how much weight did you lose? So they're very conscious of it. And I tell them, like, I didn't lose more weight, but I'm eating so healthy, you know, and it's hard. I'm not going to exercise, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm just trying to set a really good example for them. And even when we had the breakfast last weekend, I tried to do it to be breakfast. I made the frittata, and then I had like a whole bunch of fruit out for them, and I made like a little yogurt bar, and I tried.
No, that's great. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So, and I like that. And you know what I do a lot of times if I'm going to something like that and I really want to stay on track, I just make sure whatever I bring, like to, you know, as a whatever, like, you know, people bring things, is a healthy, like a fruit salad, or I'll bring like a veggies and a dip, you know, that's, so at least I know when I go somewhere I have that to eat.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then I have to have a lot of salads this week. For my blood test says salad, salad, salad. So that's my plan for lunch. I'm going to do like tuna salad, then make chef salad with you know, like the low-fat ham and turkey and a cheese and some kind of a lighter dressing. So that'll be my lunch, and then I'm going to have the cream of broccoli soup. I like kind of the soup and salad thing. And that's my plan, which for me, that's good.
That's awesome. That sounds delicious.
Thanks.
I'm glad you have a plan, because like I said, I got super busy this week with work and stuff going on, and I was so happy that I actually had all of my meals prepped. So even if my workouts weren't on point, my nutrition was, and it's important. Like you have a plan. You're going to go to the supermarket and have stuff. I know you and I talked separately that like a few weeks ago you got upset because you didn't have something in the fridge because you didn't think ahead. And, you know, when you experience that feeling of, oh, now I feel like I'm failing because I don't have anything together, then you proactively think about it. How can I avoid that in the future? And now you're planning out your stuff more so than you used to. And that's awesome. Are you going to try to use the containers? I know you had mentioned before you're going to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Because I realized, but like last night I had the cauliflower rice and I had the steak, but I'm supposed to use like the ratio, and that container actually wasn't like enough. But I faked you guys out. I took the picture and I spread it out so you thought I was doing 3/4 because I was struggling. I didn't know if I should just do the container amount or the ratio because I'm trying to blend them together. It's not that critical, but I noticed that I would usually, the containers are helping me because usually I would have more. I make the whole ratio portion bigger, so it is helping me. Oh, and I lost another pound. Oh
No
my
way.
God.
Really?
I forget to tell you. My number's 34 now.
It's insane.
That's great.
How could I forget? Oh,
I don't know. That's good. You made it
I
when I was just
lost a pound. Life is good.
That's
Best week
awesome.
ever.
And Ariana's with us.
You're muted. You're muted. We can't hear you. I see you pointing at the camera and driving, but don't do it while you're driving. Less than a minute, it might hang up.
Oh yeah.
Really,
all right. I hope
really quick, let me tell you. Oh,
Yes,
let me tell
go
you,
ahead.
Georgiana. I just think you're the greatest in the world. You are the ultimate inspiration. You live, eat, breathe, and shit this whole thing. I'm telling you. I'm serious. You never. Anytime we want to go on, you're there. You're it, girl.
I'm blushing. Am I purple?
Yeah, you are. Good.
You made my day. I really do love it. It gives me so much purpose. I don't know what I would do without you guys, but I can't do it without you guys. Like, you guys make the group. Like, I'm there, but if I was there alone talking to myself, it wouldn't do much good.
Be a crazy person.
I hope you all have a good day.
You too.
All right. I guess we'll sign off now, but thank you for that sweetness.
I'm going to post the chocolate hazelnut Shakeology under this thread here, and we'll see how it goes. Hope everyone has an amazing week.
All right. I have